Good evening, and thanks for joining us here on West Dock. Today is Tuesday, May the 3rd, and we've got another great episode for you. We're going to be filling you in on all the events happening in Corner Brook, Deer Lake, Stephenville surrounding area for the month of May on the back end of the show. But first, we're going to talk about something happening right now, today, and this week in our area and province. It is Mental Health Week, and from the Community Mental Health Initiative, here to tell us a little bit more about that today, we have Quinn Gesso. Quinn, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, now you were here, I guess a couple months ago, just sort of teeing this up and talking about some other programming that was coming in place. But yeah, tell us about Mental Health Week, which started, I believe, yesterday, and how it's going and what's going to be on the table for people this week.
So Mental Health Week is going to be from the 2nd to the 8th, and there's a couple of activities we've got going on throughout the week. We actually have a trivia night, which is going to be done virtually for anybody who wants to attend, and I can put my email out there. It's cmhi.mhp@gmail.com, and I'll forward that on to you as well in case someone contacts you looking for it. You can go ahead and register with us. It's going to be from 6 to 8 p.m., and that'll be done through Microsoft Teams. We also have a hike, which is going to be this Saturday. It's going to be with the 30K hiking group, which is a local group. They do a lot of hikes, especially once the weather starts getting decent.
This is a 30K hike?
It's not, no, it's only, I believe this one's for Tortoise Mountain, and it's only 6K return.
That's the one in Lark Harbor?
I believe so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different hikes they can do. They did offer us like a 12 or a 30. I'm like, okay, it's kind of early in the year. Let's start people off with a 6.
A good call.
But yeah, so they're a group that they do donations with us in the past, and they're a great group. And so their pickup is going to be, I believe it's like 10:15 a.m. in the back of the Millbrook Mall. And the hike will take till about probably 3:30 return back.
What do they have, like a bus or something?
There's going to be pickup transportation there. So if anyone wants to get a hold of me again, feel free to give me an email, or you can give me a call. It's 634-4321. Easy phone number to remember, and we can get you on that list. And there's also It's Your Health on the Line going on this week. So that's more towards the businesses and organizations. So we're looking to get organizations and businesses to register with us, and then we send them out a virtual toolkit of such. There's like some crosswords, there's some cutouts that they can do, and in this toolkit there's like cutouts of different pieces of clothing. And you print those off and you draw and put stuff, what do you do for your mental health on these little cutouts, and then you put it on like a clothesline, hence It's Your Health on the Line.
Ooh, nice.
And the goal is we'll draw a winner from that, and that winner for that group will get something that they can use for like a mental health or a wellness break. So it could be having some like health treats come in, or some snacks, or maybe you want to try to have someone to come in and do like chair yoga with your group or something.
What's chair yoga?
Chair yoga
sounds like my type of yoga.
Chair yoga is something that some of the different facilitators in Corner Brook do offer. It's yoga based around a chair, so it's not as physically moving and bending. I've done it a few times. It's really fun.
It's meant to be stuff you can just do like in your office.
Yeah, like if your office and you've got like a sturdy chair, you can get up and how to do stretching and everything. It's really good. Cool. It's easy to do. But there's so many different things that the groups can do. You could have, say you want to have an arts and crafts day for your crew. So you want to get some paints picked up or some art supplies, and just take a lunch break and everyone sit around the lunchroom and just draw something. It's for wellness. It's to try to relieve some of the stress that we're all dealing with our day to day.
For sure. And I know a lot of people definitely feel that stress in their workplaces. So Health on the Line seems like a really cool initiative that any local business can latch onto, any employer,
And it's not just local. I mean, I've got people contacting me up and down West Coast, so it's open to anybody.
So, and we were just chatting, like a bunch of these events are virtual, so really you can reach anyone in the province or in the world, technically speaking. So in terms of like the connection to some of these virtual events, you provided your email and your phone number. People can also kind of reach out to you guys online, right? Through your Facebook page, ideally?
Facebook it's the Community Mental Health Initiative, or CMHI INC for short. Then you'll find us on Facebook, you'll find us on Twitter, and you'll find us on Instagram. Facebook and Twitter have primarily all of our stuff because you can post links there, so for like the registrations and whatnot. But the Facebook page has all of our events get advertised on that. So if there's, and well in advance. So if we're doing something in a month's time, chances are we've already got a poster put up and circulated out. Yeah. And if there's any organization that would like to hear more, they can feel free to reach out to us as well. And all the events, when we do them, we have a distribution list that we send out everything through emails as well.
Cool. So, you know, some of these events, like the hike that'll be happening on the 7th, the It's Your Health on the Line initiative, sounds like they're, you know, they have some activity that's centered around getting people outside or getting people just moving in general. Can you say anything about just that alone as an impact and on people's maybe well-being and their mental health, how it can contribute, how it can hinder?
I can definitely speak from personal experience on that. Winter blues are very real, and a lot of us kind of get into a bit of a rut throughout the winter season. I'm a huge outdoorsy person. I love going for hikes, walks, swimming, and there doesn't really feel anything as mentally recharging for me as taking a walk through nature or going for a hike or going for a swim.
There's something to that though, isn't there? Like I know in Japan they've been prescribing this as like a therapy for a long time, and now it seems to be catching on in North America too, that it's actually like, being medically recognized as there is a benefit here. But I really have to wonder like what it is that makes that triggers that in us and makes us feel better just from being around.
Well, I mean, if you're outside, especially if it's a nice day, you're getting the fresh air, you're getting the sunlight. I mean, at the end of the day, most of us are emotional houseplants. We need water, we need sunlight, we need some attention. And I mean, it really does make your life a bit better. I mean, I could be having the worst day ever, but yet if I get to go for a walk or I go down by the river or the ocean and you hear the water waves crashing, it's so just like calming. Yeah. But yet you look out and you see it's raining and you're like, oh. Yeah. Right? It's that day. It just makes you feel empowered that day. You're like, I can take on the world. Yeah. It's like it's a battery recharge for you.
It really is, and I just in my own mind often, because I notice it myself, not always in the moment, but maybe a little after, you go for a hike or a walk, and you're like, okay, I feel different. And so I almost wonder, is it like actually being around trees? Is it being around the ocean? Is it something evolutionarily inside of us where we spent a lot more time living out amongst trees and water than we did in wooden boxes? So it's a really curious thing, but it's undeniable now, I guess, that there is a positive impact on not only your body and your physical health, but your mental health.
Mental health can be impacted by so many things. And I mean, we're slowly coming out of COVID captivity, and a lot of us really missed out on that social interaction that we all had so frequently. Even in smaller offices, you got up, you went to work, and you talked with, Tim, Bob, and Steph throughout the day. But if you're working from home all the time, you don't have that. You've got four walls, and if you're lucky, a dog. Yeah. Like, you don't have a whole lot really there. And humans are social creatures. Some of us really need that social interaction. Some of us don't, and they have ways of getting what they need other ways. Yeah. So, and even if you're not the outdoorsy type, I love going just window shopping, getting a couple of friends and going and seeing what new clothes are coming out for the summer, or go for a coffee and then just take a sit outside and enjoy the weather and the sounds around you. There's so many things that you can do that literally cost nothing that can improve your mental health.
Yeah. This is really good advice, and I know sometimes people might feel a little frustrated with their situation or where they live, or think it's their environment that maybe is contributing, and sometimes it is for sure, right? But we can always change our environment pretty easily,
We can. I mean, even for people who might have difficulty getting around, I mean, if we can help those individuals to go sit on a step, or if they can't get outside, crack a window, let some of that fresh breeze come in. I'm one of those people that likes to smell of fresh cut grass in the summers, and you can just, especially we're going into barbecue season now, so you're getting those scents and everything coming in, and it just gives you this, it's summer, we're getting into summer, and there's going to be so many things going on. I mean, we got Come Home Year going on this year. There's so many things going on over the summer that should really I'm hoping now that the restrictions are lifted to really start empowering our communities to really try to feel more positive.
What's your feeling just being so connected to the community and as a mental health professional? Like, what's your feeling about how the public around here is feeling about that step, about getting back out with people? Is it more so that everyone's eager for it, or more so that people are reluctant about it? What do you think?
I think it really depends on the person. Like, I can't speak for the populace as a whole or the community. Like, for example, I have friends who are immune compromised. So COVID for them is still a very real thing, and they're still very iffy on what they will do. They still wear their masks all the time, as do I when I'm out in public, unless it's like social distancing and enough that we can remove them, such as an environment like this. And for those people, the fear is very real, and I 100% understand that. And then for others, it's not as much, so they can kind of slack a little bit. I'm hoping that overall, I think the community is looking forward to the less restrictions, as long as people are still being careful. Like, you don't want to have your freedoms infringe on somebody else's. Mm-hmm. So just because, for example, if you're walking around and you're okay with not wearing a mask, that doesn't mean that the people around you aren't still scared or nervous, and taking a little of that into account, because that can impact their mental health too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's going to be a different transition now, you know, and for myself, I've been involved in some big events over the winter. That was really important for me as a reminder of like, oh, this is what it's like to be around people again. Personally, it was something I was really craving. And I'll be honest with you and everyone else watching, like, I was happy to look at all these people and see their faces for me, you know, and I think maybe that's something in us as well, is we're meant to see faces. When I see your face, it tells me so much more about how you're feeling and what you're thinking than if I was just looking at your eyes, you know. So it was really a relief for me to see that. And certainly everyone who was at these events over the winter was pretty happy about it too. But it's a good point you raised, that we should always be mindful that not everyone's going to feel this way, like as I do. People are going to be a little concerned about that, and that's just how it is. We just need to support those people.
I think just as a community, you just got to be respectful of other people. That's a very simple thing to do. Whether you're a part of rainbow communities and you're trying to be an ally, it all just boils down to respect. Yeah. That's a simple, easy thing to follow. Yeah. But I mean, I'm a lot like yourself. Like, I've been able to get back into schools, and like, I'm not a desk person. I've never been a desk person. Like, I like to be out in the community and doing events and doing activities. The paperwork, not so much. Yeah. But getting back out and actually seeing people and interacting with people, I have felt my mental health get tenfold better since being trapped in the COVID captivity. So I mean, for one, I'm looking forward to having that freedom, taking other people with respect as well. Yeah. Like, there's so many events that are going ahead for the summer. I think this is the first time that the Flat Bay Band is having their powwow this year. Huge. Hopefully that goes ahead. I mean, that's going to be huge. Yeah. We're looking at pride events for the Corner Brook and Bay of Islands Pride Committee. We're looking at doing, hopefully, a parade, hopefully a craft fair, and a couple of other events that are still on the planning table. All of these are for people to come together and support their community. There's so many things, and people just, if you're comfortable, come out and enjoy. And if not, you can still enjoy from that distance, still feel safe, and still feel like you're part of that. Yeah, put yourself in the community.
Listen, just talking to you, you always have so many tips about like how just little things people can do to like feel better and change their day a little bit, from opening the window to, you know, taking a walk down the street. And so I want to thank you for coming in here today and sharing some of that with me. I've just been relaxed in these last 10 minutes speaking with you, so thank you. And to everyone at home, please be mindful this week of your mental health and of the mental health of those around you. And that's pretty much all that's involved with being, you know, a mental health advocate really in our community. The Mental Health Initiative has put together some great activities this week, like the trivia on Wednesday, the group hike on the 7th, and the the business-based It's Your Health on the Line initiative. And so people can reach out to you, Quinn, at the email that Gian will provide, the phone number you've provided, or on Facebook at the Community Mental Health Initiative, and people can look that up. Quinn, thank you so much for coming down and informing us all today.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll be chatting with you again next time we have some events coming up.
Be my pleasure.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with all the other events happening in Western Newfoundland in the month of May. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
So why volunteer at Rogers TV? Well, it's fun, exciting, and challenging. You can develop practical, hands-on skills in TV production, make new friends, and have fun, all while giving back to your community. For a few hours a week, you can be part of a great team making great local television. Want to find out more? Get in touch with us at rogerstv.com. Make your mark and find a new passion as a Rogers TV volunteer.
Hello, everyone. Coming up in May, we have 3 shows by Graham Academy. They are presenting Frozen on the 20th and the 21st, and they're doing The Addams Family on the 27th and 28th, and then on June 3rd and 4th, they're presenting a show called Wonderland. Coming up in June, we have Johnny Reed on the 6th and 7th of June, and I think there's still a few seats left for that, but do keep an eye out if any seats become available, because that's sure to be a wonderful show. Also in June, on the 8th, we have the Ennis Sisters, who are doing their 25th anniversary tour. It's hard to believe that it's been 25 years of their fabulous music, so do come out and help them celebrate. And then, for a little something different, on June 9th, we have Darren Rose, and he's presenting his one-man comedy show called Drinking in Public, and that's sure to be a great show as well. Also coming up in June, we have Dance Studio West will be with us again on the 17th and 18th. And then on the 22nd, we have an ABBA tribute. They were here a few years ago, and they were a wonderful tribute band. So if you like ABBA music, I know it's going to be a great show. On June 29th, we have Wonderbolt Circus, and they are presenting a show called The Best Medicine Show. And this is going to follow the adventures of Millie, a young schoolgirl, as she evades bullies and learns some life lessons and self-esteem when she encounters a mystical, magical medicine show hosted by Dr. Mercury O'Malley. And that's going to be a wonderful family show, so be sure to get your tickets for that. We have lots more shows coming up in July and August, and this fall is going to be jam-packed. We are so looking forward to seeing you at the show.
Well, hello folks, and welcome to the Rotary Arts Center. We have a very busy time coming up in the month of May, and some of the things that I want to talk to you about today are, first of all, on May 5th, which is this Thursday night, I guess, we have a tribute to Merle Haggard by Brian and Bob. These are 2 gentlemen who have been regular guests at the Rotary Arts Center, and they're very high on our list of spectacular talent. On May 7th, we have a very special night, which is a fundraiser to raise money for the resettlement of some Ukrainian families who might end up in or around Corner Brook. May 7th, we have a whole whack of talent, local talent. We have the Graham Academy kids. We have Noah and his dad, Kevin. We have Wendy Woodland. We have all kinds of people you'll recognize. Tickets are still available for that. That's this Friday night. And May 12th, another vicious night at the Rotary Arts Center, because we are featuring a fundraiser for Theatre Newfoundland Labrador and the Mourn Theatre Festival, and we have captured the Once. And they are playing to an almost sold-out house. If you want to see them, I suspect you need to get online at Eventbrite right away in order to capture yourself a ticket for the Once. On May 14th, we have Louis McDonald and Brian Way coming to play some jazzy piano. Will knock your socks off. And while you're down here, you can look at this spectacular exhibit by Laurie Dealey. It's called Salt and Fresh, and it is, I don't know, 100 maybe, vignettes painted on wood of Newfoundland scenes. Quite spectacular and quite wonderful to see. So welcome to the Rotary Arts Center. I hope you'll all get a chance to drop down, see the work, talk to us, buy some tickets for our spectacular concerts that we have here ongoing, and check out our website, which is www.rotaryartscenter.ca. Thank you, and thank you, Gian.
Hello, everybody. It's Melanie from Grenfell campus. So excited to be back to tell you about some things that are happening on campus, kind of a sense of normal here on campus again, which is fantastic. So firstly, I'll tell you about Kids U 2022. So lots of us are familiar with the fun summer programs we have for our young people here on campus. So this year we've got a great summer plan, lots of new camps and some blasts from the past. Registration is open, and you can visit our website for registration information. Secondly, Convocation Celebrations. Sadly, we had to miss Convocation for 2 years, but we're back this year, and we're so excited about it. We'll be celebrating the graduating class of 2022 on May 19th at 10 a.m. And then in the afternoon of that day, at 3 o'clock on May 19th, we'll be celebrating the graduates whose graduation ceremonies we had to miss, so our postponed Convocation celebration for the classes of 2020 and 2021. So if you'd like to watch or partake, please visit our website for more information. Also, it'll be a great time to send some messages of celebration through our social media channels. Just tag us at Grenfell campus. We've got 3 years worth of graduates to celebrate, so it's going to be a blast. We really cannot wait. Finally, I'll talk to you about the Community Impact-A-Thon Challenge taking place June 2nd and 3rd. So join Navigate for an exciting weekend of socially minded startup that forces a Community Impact-A-Thon Challenge. So it's a 2-day event that will bring together change makers, innovators, and social movers to tackle some real community problems. So you can learn more about the Community Impact-A-Thon Challenge through visiting our website. As always, there's lots happening on campus, and please learn more at grenfell.mon.ca. Thank you.
So why volunteer at Rogers TV? Well, it's fun, exciting, and challenging. You can develop practical, hands-on skills in TV production, make new friends, and have fun, all while giving back to your community. For a few hours a week, you can be part of a great team making great local television. Want to find out more? Get in touch with us at rogerstv.com. Make your mark and find a new passion as a Rogers TV volunteer.
And a big shout out to our community partners here, Krista Hansen at the Arts and Culture Center, David Smallwood at the Rotary Arts Center, and Melanie Callahan at the university. Lots of great things happening up there this month that we hope you all get out and participate in. That's it for our show. We'll catch you next Tuesday for another episode of West Talk. Have a good night.
If you have a comment about this program, we'd love to hear it. Email or call us, or send us your feedback through social media.
The Canadian film and TV industry recognizes it's time to build a better workforce, which includes more opportunities for Black, Indigenous, and persons of color. HireBIPOC.com is here to help make this happen. Whether you're already in the business, trying to get a start, or in a position to hire, HireBIPOC.com could connect you to the right people. From script to development, production to post, distribution to marketing. Check out HireBIPOC.com now and help build a stronger industry together.
I saw a competitor tonight, and I can't wait to break his face.
Charles Oliveira is the most technical guy in the game. He has the most submissions in the history of the sport.
But Justin Gaethje is fearless. He just destroys everything in his path.
This is a rematch.
They're going to go right at one another, and I can't wait for it.
Oh, what a fight.
Buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you a woman experiencing abuse? Do you know a woman experiencing abuse? Help is available any time of day or night. Sheltersafe.ca is an online map that helps you find a women's shelter or transition